In the sprawling metropolis of New York City, amidst the roaring 20s, a tale of epic proportions was unfolding. A tale that would twist the very fabric of history as we know it. Welcome, dear viewers, to the story of JoJo's bizarre adventure, Battle Tendency.
New York, the 20s? Sounds like a time of jazz and innovation. But what's so bizarre about this adventure?
Oh, it's a cocktail of the strange and the supernatural. Our hero, Joseph Joestar, is not your average Joe. With a bloodline as mysterious as the ancient Aztec masks that grant unthinkable power, he's set to face enemies that defy explanation.
Ancient masks? Supernatural enemies? This is getting intriguing.
Indeed, Olivia. These masks are relics of a bygone era, and their power is coveted by beings who've walked the earth for millennia. Joseph's quest is not just a fight. It's a race against time to stop a looming threat that could change the course of history.
A race against time? That's always exhilarating. But what makes Joseph the right person for this?
That's where the real history gets a twist. Joseph is a master of an ancient martial art known as the ripple, or Hemin. It's a technique that allows him to channel life energy in ways that defy logic, making him the perfect foil to the mask's dark allure.
Life energy? Hammond. It's like a hidden chapter of history coming to life through Joseph's journey.
Exactly. And as our viewers will see, each battle is more than a clash of fists. It's a clash of wills, ideologies, and the very essence of humanity.
Humanity's essence, huh? I'm sure the audience can't wait to see how that unfolds. What's next, Noah?
Next, we dive deeper into the heart of the story, where alliances are formed, betrayals are commonplace, and the line between friend and foe blurs. Stay tuned as we unravel the mysteries of the ripple and witness Joseph's struggle to harness its full potential.
I'm all ears. Let's see where this ripple takes us.
As we delve deeper into the heart of New York, a city bustling with secrets, we find Joseph entangled in a web of alliances. It's here that he meets a man as enigmatic as the city itself, Caesar Zeppeli.
Caesar Zeppeli. That's a name that carries weight. What's his story?
Caesar is the grandson of Will A. Zeppeli, a key figure from the previous chapter of JoJo's saga. He's a ripple master in his own right, and his techniques are as flamboyant as his personality.
A master of the ripple with flair? Sounds like a perfect ally for Joseph.
Indeed, but their alliance isn't without its friction. These two are fire and ice, clashing yet complementing each other. Together, they're set to face the Pillar Men, ancient beings of immense power who are the very embodiment of the mask's dark legacy.
Pillar Men? They sound formidable.
Formidable is an understatement. They're beings who consider humans as mere ants, and their abilities are beyond human comprehension. But it's not just their strength that's a threat. It's their cunning and their knowledge of the ripple.
So, it's not just brawn but brains too. A deadly combination.
Exactly. And it's in the shadowy corners of this metropolis that Joseph and Caesar train, pushing the limits of the ripple to prepare for the inevitable confrontation.
Training in secret to take on ancient beings? This is the kind of underdog story our viewers love.
And it's more than that. It's a story of legacy, of carrying the torch passed down through generations. As Joseph and Caesar ready themselves, they're not just fighting for their lives, they're fighting for the future.
The stakes couldn't be higher. I can't wait to see how they rise to the challenge.
Stay with us, as the next chapter will reveal the true nature of the Pillar Men and the lengths to which our heroes must go to protect everything they hold dear. As the neon lights of New York flicker in the night, our heroes, Joseph and Caesar, find themselves face to face with the Pillar Men. It's a confrontation that will test the very limits of their ripple abilities.
This is it. The moment of truth. How do they even begin to take on such ancient and powerful FOs?
With cunning and a dash of Joestar bravado, of course. Joseph's quick wit and improvisational skills are as sharp as ever, turning the city's landscape into a weapon against the seemingly invincible Pillar Men.
Using the city as a weapon? That's genius. It's like the concrete jungle becomes a part of their arsenal.
Precisely, and it's not just physical prowess that will win this battle. Joseph's ability to predict his opponent's moves, almost as if he's reading their minds, adds an unpredictable edge to the fight.
Mind reading? Now that's a twist I didn't see coming.
It's all part of the Joestar secret technique. But let's not forget Caesar, whose ripple-infused bubbles create dazzling and deadly displays that leave the Pillar Men reeling.
Bubbles? That sounds surprisingly effective.
Indeed, but the Pillar Men are not to be underestimated. Their own techniques are millennia in the making, and they adapt with terrifying speed. The battle rages, pushing Joseph and Caesar to the brink.
It's like an unstoppable force meeting an immovable object. Who will give in first?
In the heat of battle, it's hard to tell. But as dawn approaches, a pivotal moment arrives. A sacrifice that will change the course of the fight and leave our viewers questioning everything they thought they knew.
A sacrifice? That's heavy. It sounds like things are about to get even more intense.
You could say that. The stakes are higher than ever, and the sacrifices made will echo through the ages. It's a turning point that will lead us into the next chapter, where the true nature of the ripple and the destiny of our heroes will be revealed.
I'm on the edge of my seat. Let's not keep the audience waiting any longer.
As the sun rises over New York, painting the sky with hues of hope, our heroes are faced with the aftermath of a battle that has left scars on the city and their souls. But the story of JOJO'S bizarre adventure, Battle Tendency, is far from over.
Scars on the city and their souls? That's poetic, Noah. But what comes after such a battle?
Recovery, reflection, and resolve. Joseph and Caesar, now more determined than ever, set their sights on the ultimate source of the Pillar Men's power, the Super Aya Stone.
Super Aya Stone? That sounds like it's straight out of a legend.
It might as well be. This crimson gem holds the key to ultimate power and is the Pillar Men's object of desire. It's a race against these ancient titans to secure the stone and prevent a catastrophe.
A race for a legendary stone to save the world. Classic adventure material.
But this is no ordinary adventure. The path to the Super Aya is fraught with peril, and our heroes must navigate traps, treachery, and the trials of their own inner demons.
Inner demons, you say? That adds a whole new layer to the challenge.
Indeed. It's not just the external threats that Joseph and Caesar must overcome, but also the doubts and fears that arise from within. It's a journey that will test their character as much as their combat skills.
Character development amidst chaos. I like it. How do they plan to find this stone?
With the help of allies both old and new, and a map that points to the stone's location. But the Pillar Men are always one step ahead, and the chase leads to a labyrinth of intrigue.
A map, allies, and a labyrinth. This chapter is shaping up to be a real page-turner.
And as we turn the page, we'll see that the Super Aya isn't the only thing at stake. The very essence of the ripple and its connection to the Joestar lineage will come to light.
The ripple and the Joestar lineage? That's a deep dive into the lore.
A deep dive indeed. And as the chapter closes, we'll leave our audience pondering the true nature of power and legacy. What does it mean to inherit such a burden? How does one wield power responsibly?
Those are questions that resonate beyond the screen. I'm sure the viewers will be contemplating long after the video ends.
That's the goal, to not only entertain but to inspire thought and discussion. So, dear viewers, join us as we continue this journey through history, mystery, and the human spirit. The quest for the Super Aya Stone has brought our heroes to the brink of the unknown. As they stand on the precipice of discovery, the air is thick with anticipation. What secrets will the Super Aya reveal?
I can only imagine the power it holds. But there's more to this stone than just power, right?
Much more. The Super Aya is a key that unlocks the past and the future. It's a legacy that Joseph and Caesar are destined to confront. And as they inch closer, the Pillar Men are not far behind, their shadows looming over our heroes.
It's like a dance with destiny. But what does the stone have to do with the Joestar lineage?
The Joestar lineage is intertwined with the fate of the stone. It's a bond forged in the fires of history, a call to arms that echoes through generations. The Super Aya doesn't just grant power, it tests the mettle of those who wield it.
A test of mettle, you say? That's a trial I'm sure Joseph and Caesar are ready to face.
They must be, because what awaits them is not just a test of strength, but of heart. The Pillar Men seek to use the stone to ascend to godhood, to rewrite history in their image. It's a battle for the very soul of humanity.
A battle for our soul? That's a story that transcends time.
Indeed. And as our heroes draw nearer to the stone, they're not just facing the Pillar Men. They're facing their own destinies. It's a moment of truth that will define their legacy.
Destiny, legacy. These are words that carry so much weight.
And weight they should, for the Super Aya is more than a gemstone. It's a beacon of hope, a testament to the enduring spirit of the Joestar family. And as we reach the climax of our tale, the true power of the ripple will be unleashed.
Unleashed, you say? I'm eager to see this power in action.
As are we all. So, dear viewers, brace yourselves. The final chapter is upon us, where the fate of the world, the legacy of the Joestars, and the true meaning of adventure will all come to light. The stage is set, the players are ready, and the final act of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Battle Tendency, is about to unfold. The Super Aya Stone's glow pierces the darkness, and the ultimate battle for destiny begins.
The anticipation is palpable. What does this final battle have in store for our heroes?
It's a maelstrom of power, Olivia. Joseph and Caesar, with the fate of the world on their shoulders, confront the Pillar Men in a showdown that will be etched in history.
Etched in history? That's a promise of something monumental.
Monumental indeed. The Pillar Men, with their sights set on the Super Aya, are relentless. But Joseph, with his indomitable spirit, channels the full might of the ripple in ways we've never seen before.
The full might of the ripple? I can't even begin to imagine the spectacle.
It's a spectacle of light and shadow, as the ripple's energy dances with the dawn. And in this dance, Joseph discovers the true extent of his abilities, the legacy of the Joestar family coming to fruition.
A legacy fulfilled. That's the kind of ending that gives you chills.
Chills, and so much more. As the battle rages, the Super Aya reveals its final secret, a revelation that will change the course of the ripple forever.
A final secret? This is the twist that every story dreams of.
And it's not just a twist, it's a transformation. The ripple evolves, transcending its own limitations, and Joseph emerges not just as a hero, but as a legend.
From hero to legend, that's a journey worth following.
But every legend has its price. The final confrontation with the Pillar Men is a testament to sacrifice, courage, and the unyielding will of the human spirit.
Sacrifice and courage, themes that resonate with all of us.
As the sun rises, casting its first light on a new day, the battle concludes. The Pillar Men's ambition is quelled, and the Super Aya's power is secured. But the victory is bittersweet, as our heroes reflect on the journey and the friends lost along the way.
Bittersweet, yet hopeful. It's the perfect end to an epic saga.
Indeed. And as we close the book on JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Battle Tendency, we leave our viewers with a message of hope. The ripple's journey doesn't end here. It ripples outwards, touching lives and inspiring new tales.
The ripple's journey continues, and so does ours. What an adventure it's been.
An adventure for the ages. Thank you, dear viewers, for joining us on this incredible journey. Until next time, keep the spirit of adventure alive.
Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from around the world.
If you love our artistic creations, pop over to our Patreon to purchase our exclusive image works. Thank you for your support.